All right, we're here with Jermaine Sistrunk. He is the coach, the head coach for Taconic High School, the football team who just started their. It's a spring season now this year with COVID. So, Coach, welcome, man.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So you just had a game last night, and it was the first game. You came up short, but you were playing Wacona, and it was only 6-0 at halftime. You're down 6-zip. And for a team like you, sort of rebuilding versus Wacona, not bad, not a bad start.
No, like I said, I was actually ecstatic when we had our little coaches meeting at halftime. I kind of told them, "Hey, we're kind of on track where we want to be." We knew they were going to come out. It's Wacona, so we know their sound. X's and O's are Gary Campbell's expertise. But we sustained the first half punches pretty well.
And they just came off a win over Hoosick. And so, those are the sort of two perennial powerhouses in Berkshire County. So they beat Hoosick first week, and then you played them pretty tough here week 2. So I got to say that's, obviously you want to win, but
Yes.
It's not the worst start in the world.
Nope. We got a lot to work with. Again, the stuff that we did wrong, I chalk it up to freshman mistakes. Just getting into a big game. So I don't care who you are, if you're a freshman getting in any game, first time on the field, and it's against opponents, very intimidating. And just we didn't have a lot of continuity with our offensive line. But that, again, small things that we will definitely key in on this week, and I'm pretty sure we'll tidy that up.
So tell me about you and coming in. Now, of course, this is just a strange scenario being in the spring, playing football. So where usually it's like the weather is warm when you get started. Now it's cooler now. It's going to be warmer by the end of the season. That's kind of strange. But that's just one aspect. But now, hey, you're a new coach. Tell me about your philosophy. Tell me about this team and what you see.
So yeah, it's a lot of rarity. I've been playing football since I was about 10 years old, and I could definitely say it's probably the first time ever that we had organized football activities in this time period. Coming off with the COVID restrictions and whatnot, not a lot of practices, stop pauses because of everything that's going on. So it was a challenge, one of which I kind of enjoyed starting with these guys, getting to fill out the process to get to where we were at last night. We have a simple philosophy, and it's on our new shirts and whatnot. It's United We Stand. And basically what I'm preaching at that point in time is sin together strengthens any bond, any chain link, any type of force we believe can't push through a fence that has a lot of strength, and stand together. We're gonna have that. Um, Patience. We teach focus. We're also a coaching staff that is deeply concerned about our education. When I took this job, one of the things we were focusing on is getting these guys grades up. It's a big deal. We're not humming out D1 products yet. I want to say that yet. But there's opportunities for these kids to get to the next level via education and sports. So we've been harping on that a lot. But again, you have the group of talented athletes we have, and it's kind of hard because some of them are seniors, and it's kind of hard to remold those guys. But if they catch on quick enough, and we start clicking, there's nothing better than that. And it just takes a little bit of time and a lot of discipline. And that's kind of probably where we're lacking right now, is the discipline area.
Yeah, and I mean, especially when you have the sort of lack of continuity coming in, and so all of a sudden we're practicing. Next thing we know, okay, we're out of school again, and we're not practicing anymore, and that sort of thing. So again, I mean, we're Taconic High School. There's a great diversity in the student body, and lots of different family structures coming in, lots of different backgrounds. So, I'm hearing the discipline aspect of things. I mean, so many times you hear that it's a coach that makes an impact on a life that goes from maybe not much direction to suddenly bang. And and so and sometimes I look at that for coaches, I'm like, wow, it's a lot of pressure. Okay, but at the same time, kids are looking for that. Kids are looking for some sort of framework, I think. And this kind of activity, football, and having a coach like you can provide that. I mean, it's a great opportunity.
So, first one was like, I've heard this quote many moons ago by a great coach, even though I'm not a Patriots fan, but Bill Belichick, I have to give him the hats off. Great coach. And what he had said was, I'm only as great as those that I keep around me. And I say that because if you look at my coaching staff, that we're predominantly a Black coaching staff, but we come from different parts, different areas, different backgrounds. I have one that served in the service, one that's a 4-year college player. I just have a lot of different talent, and our coaches on my staff, we all care. We don't just care about football. That's actually, I know it's going to sound crazy and lame, but that's actually our last thought, is the football aspect, because as you pointed out, to the school and the demographic that we have there, they need a little guidance, from people they can relate to. And we know a lot of these kids, their parents, I've coached, actually, I would say all but maybe 1 or 2 of my coaches didn't coach at the youth system. So we've had some of these kids before they got to the high school level. We kind of know some of their trials and tribulations and their battles. But with all that being said, the biggest thing is we don't allow them excuses neither. It's very important for these young men to understand, man, excuses only allow you to keep failing. You step up, face it, and then move on. You're gonna have some good days, you're gonna have some bad days, but as long as you will wake up the next morning and give it another shot, then we got a chance to win. So my coaching staff is very, very, very big on that. We'll pick kids up, we'll get them tutors. Heck, I've even helped a kid with a little math one time. I hope he got it right.
I know. I always wonder that, like with parents, who are like, "Oh, we got to help with math." The parents are looking at it and like, "I was never good at math," But yeah, I mean, it definitely. Listen, I mean, when it comes down to it, I feel, I mean, having a staff predominantly, is every member of the staff African American, or
all but one.
all but one? So that's I think that's the first time that's been the case. It's kind of, yes.
It's been the first time in the history of Berkshire County that that's
Yeah.
been the very.
Yeah.
So and that don't fall on me. History was made yesterday, no matter how anybody look at it. And to me, it was a little more significance to that history. My uncle Ronnie Conyers and Donnie Conyers were captains of the football team.
Sure.
And from 77, 78 to I believe 79. With some of the heavyweights, the Larry Kings, the Tyson Kings of the world and stuff like that. I played football there. My family, pretty much all my uncles, except for one who decided to be a general, but everybody else went to Taconic, my mother. So it's a big, rich tradition from our family at Taconic. So anything that I can do to put light on that, and spread that, I'm absolutely going to. I'm the JV girls basketball coach. My cousin Jamal, who's on my football staff, also is one of the boys basketball coaches. So again, we're kind of intertwined, no matter how you look at it, in the school, and it's because I like to give my cousin Jamal a big shout out, because of what he does in the summertime before COVID, obviously, in the summertime with the kids at Clamp Park. it started out with a small little couple kids of basketball, and it turned into 40, 50 kids where he was getting them in shape 3 to 4 days a week, getting them ready for basketball. And then, other kids from other sports started coming to join in, and that thing just started, picking up speed. And so we had the basketball over in one area, and then we had football in another area, and we kind of was able to get them all together. And again, it's pretty much the same group of kids. So if you think about it in the medical term, where we're trying to herd immunity, in our sense, it was like herd community. You know what I'm saying? And bringing everybody together, and just enjoying each other and just trying to make each other better. And again, that's what my coaching staff is made of. We're not, we're not worried about winning right now. Right now, we're not worried about winning. We're worried about, the off the field stuff, the in the classroom stuff, and then getting better. That's literally what this season is about: getting better, getting a feel for what's coming up, for the kids that are returning, to understand the program and philosophy that we have. There is a program and there is a philosophy. Unfortunately, in the past, hasn't been so much those types of structures, but we're going to have that, because again, if we don't do it, this is how, and me and my staff do it. If we don't do it, nobody else is going to.
And so, with the philosophy and with the structure, the wins will come. The wins will come, and to and I'm not a Patriots fan either, but everyone loves the Bill Belichick line, "Do your job," and so do your job, but also united we stand. It's fantastic. So can we buy one of those shirts? The United we stand. Are you selling those, or are those just for the kids?
We'll be getting those shirts out. We had the masks. We wear masks with our Taconic logo. Obviously, we're no longer Braves, so we were allowed to kind of fiddle-faddle with a logo, and it seems to be received very well. So yes, we will be having shirts and hats and hoodies and whatnot. We have to pay for new uniforms for the team, because they want us to change the names, but we don't have no money to do so. So we are going to raise the money by selling those items I just said. And at the end of the season,
so wait a minute, hold on a second. So they changed the name, which, I mean, again, there's a decision that was made. We all respect that decision, but but then they didn't give you the shirts to with new names on them. So school committee, hello. How about a little, come on, it's common sense here.
One of those things, new coach and everything coming in. I just, I didn't know about that stuff, but I mean, we're doing it. Again, the support has been huge, by the way. I can't
That's awesome.
express enough for the alums of the past. I mean, we're going out to California. We got people down south waiting to get the items so they can wear them out. The support has been huge. And again, we, trying to get prepared for the season, some of those small things, like getting a website to, collect, donations, whatever, have kind of eluded me. Again, it's not the most important thing. We know we got to get there. We'll get there. It's just I've been so focused on the kids and whatnot.
Yeah, the important stuff, the really important stuff. But yeah, we'll get that together, and I can't wait to get my sweatshirt. I'm looking forward to that. So let me know where I can buy one when that comes up, my man. So I know, and the wins are going to come. Jermaine, thank you for everything you do. You've been so involved in this community, so dedicated to the kids and to these players, and and of course your expertise is football is one of those, and so using that skill set to help and to support and to give some opportunity that's out there for these players, and I hope you have a great season.
You too. I just want to say one more thing before I get here. I'll be remiss if I didn't. First of all, I can't express enough the thanks to my coaching staff. My associate head coach, offense coordinator, E.J. Jones. Without him, some of this wouldn't be possible. Vern Cross, my O-line, D-line coach. Again, us three, we started this journey together a while back. It's always been a vision, I'd probably say, for the last seven years before the previous coach. And Mikey Williams drives down from Vermont 5-6 days a week. Okay. Mikey Warren, my other offensive line coach, and Justin Bailey, who is our strength and conditioning coach, our assistant offensive coordinator, running back coach, does a lot of energy. And lastly, Chuck Gaylord, who's, I don't know, has about 700 years between him and Mikey Williams from Vermont, have about 700 years of football experience. These guys all come now. They got my back. They got these kids back. And none of this is possible without them guys there. And I got to make sure that I give them their due props, as well as our significant others. Thank you, ladies, for putting up with us and helping us through these times. And when our heads are down, our significant others have been picking us up. So, I would have been remiss without giving those guys a shout out and giving our better halves a shout out. And again, Mr. Bishop, Mr. Abel, for giving me and my coaching staff the chance, the opportunity, and the privilege to coach a great group of kids. And like you said, the counties I noticed, we had 170 yards passing. Johnny Hare again, 100 and some change in the air. Our running game. I don't care who you are, look out for the bus. And then when you can stop the bus, here comes the truck. So look forward for some real football back in Berkshire County. I promise you, it's coming. The air game, the run game. I mean, football, in my eyes, and it's coming from the coach's county. Football is back 100% in Berkshire County. It's not just one school and a possible. There's quite a few. But watch out for Monument. That's my guy Darren down there, and we can't forget Lee, Coach Thompson.
I know it, man. They're all these perennial powers. So it's great to see Taconic back in that mix, and Jermaine, keep up the great work, and we'll be following along. And I can't wait to get that sweatshirt.
I got you. And I
all right, my man. Hey, have a great day and good luck on the season.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
You too.